energetic sweep from the 2020 experience. This immersion is for those who have experienced COVID, have taken the vaccine, and want to get back to their original frequency. During this energetic sweeping, we will be cleansing the spiritual junk in your energy body. Save your spot for the
Woo! InShalla and Ashe. So are you being led by your feels today? Just allowing yourself to feel what you feel authentically through your heart space? And are you allowing optimism to be the venue, to be the emotion that's leading through your heart space? So last night here in my village, the thunder was beyond crackling in the ethers. It was like a war was going on in the starry night beyond the beyond. It was actually magically beyond magical, I should say, with light mists of rain just sprinkling down like dew randomly, but the thunder was very intense and crackling. It was like fireworks in the sky. It was really like the universe was hearing the emotional field of turbulence in the physical realm here, taking us down this pathway of how we want to feel inside to the outside, or our inner feelings are going to the outside. So you may have a memoir, I guess, of taking time and space to commit to being optimistic, feeling it down into your bones, the soul of your bones. And in doing so, we begin to be in control of the feelings inside of us. What's wrong with feeling good? So it's a day to really ground our emotions, the new ones, and decide or committing to releasing the old ones, those old emotional patterns, the patternings of emotions that may create a feeling of emotional bankruptcy or having bankrupt emotions. So it's like, how can we commit to feeling better? So with the new moon energy cascading, kind of diminishing, we're beginning to lead with a new emotional frequency, filling in a space with just feeling better, feeling different, feeling juicy, just feeling good. What's wrong with feeling good? Just taking time and space, meditate by some physical earthly waters, if you will, on how to be in the flow of what your new feeling state even feels like, flowing. So welcome to today's Daily Snippet. Once again, I am your host. I am a practicing holistic shaman and medium, an otherworldly life coach, a subtle energetic surgeon, if you will, but I do go by the term holistic shaman medium, merging all of them. But my intention really is to utilize the power of these indigenous technologies, the ways, the elemental realms, our original divine blueprint to navigate our soul's harmonic through the realms of the elemental highway, into the imaginal realm to think differently, be differently through the shamanic portal, the cosmos, the subtle energies and elemental beings, and really just so much more, with rituals, offerings, and prescriptions to really add to your personal container, the juice, the main ingredient of your own personal stage, your personal medicine, your inner genius, your prime directive, just assisting you into navigating that personal medicine that I believe we all have, the star inside of us, introducing you to the magical being that really is within, so your light shines even brighter like the star you are. My name is Tanya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. So the moon's energy is moving to the heart of what we feel, Leo, which is actually super juicy, but it is a day to be thankful, to be grateful. It's a thankful Thursday. But Leo, we're still in the ebbs and the flows of the moon in Cancer. We're kind of elevating our emotional state to being, to a feeling, a new sensation, feeling great. So Leos are the sun, the fun and the sun, or possibly the rage of this inner fire. So are your emotions filled with light and love, or have you decided to soothe them through the realms of the other world, streaming through, just being that the field of emotions is in opposing energy to the sun? So what balances the duality of our feels? That's an incision of a new feeling, literally stitching in a new feeling, what we're committed to feel like inside our personal garden. The process of being led by our emotions of how we feel about ourselves on the inside is kind of setting the stage that's going to emulate on the outside of us. And honestly, it doesn't take money to feel good or a pill to mask those emotions. So how do you currently feel about yourself, who you are inside of ourselves? Knowing our inner emotional affair that we should be having with ourselves, we then begin to hold or get a hold of our current emotional threads, the threadings of those emotions. And in doing so, we begin to forgive, let go, release, reconcile, become clear, and that old emotional threading, right? Releasing that so we can initiate how we want to feel next, how we water our personal garden, how we can transform and grow to a new stage of feeling different and being our own personal orchestrator of our future. So it's time to be like the thunder that I heard last night and take that initiative to initiate those feelings. So if you feel love inside of you from yourself, that inner loving feeling, your frequency ebbs out and it flows like the tides of the moon, like a never ending river of love outside of you, a force, actually. It's not a mind initiative, it's a feeling initiation, just integrating feelings as an authentic guardian of our soul's truth, that harmonic. So the prime director is our feelings, not our mind. Feelings never lie. The best truth barometer, the best beaconing of truth is our feelings. So what we feel inside of us. So if you have yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Authentically Heartfelt, please do. And thank you for my new subscribers. I am grateful and I do appreciate that at Tanya D. And go ahead and hit the bell button so you're notified. And also comment and share because that gets you a message for your day, which is super fun, right? I love it. So the algorithm really echoes me out to other like-minded musers out into the universe, the galactic universe, universal streams who may also muse about insights of the other world, the world of spirit, source, the beings that are otherworldly, elemental, and really so much more. You can find me on other social platforms like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and my Musing with Tanya D podcast, which I'm releasing a new one on Monday. And if your soul wishes to dive down deep, diving deeper into the realms of the other world, and possibly you might be wondering what that even means for you, but it's connecting with who you are, your spirit and your energy body to matter. Just head on over to my Musing Corridor. That's my digital library in the sky, where you have some amazing options to assist you and also to guide you. I really am your shamanic assistant. You truly are your own healer. But sometimes we need an otherworldly perspective, a life coach, to look into that threading as well. And hang on one second. I'm getting pretty good at this. There I am. Just a few new announcements if you're new to my show. My meditation circle is on Sundays, the first Sunday of the month. This Sunday, streaming in at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. You can register at tanyad.tv. And I also do one-on-one otherworldly coaching on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays through Zoom, personalized just for you. If you feel as if you need a one-on-one, it's all about our feelings and otherworldly perspective. And today is the last day of Secrets of the Other World. It ends at midnight today, so be sure to check that out and see how that resonates for you. Feel into it. Even comment if you have questions. I'm open for that as well. So just having an understanding of the unseen to an asset to choreograph the being that really resides within. It has the energy centers, life and death. And just how to manage aspects inside of us that we often put under the rug and keep us stuck from moving forward. So with the energy of the cosmic moon, Leo, moving into Leo, I'm going with the muse today, and it's going to be super exciting. Here we have, la 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 la. Who do you choose here? Who do you resonate with? The land of the otherworldlies. We've got fairy mushrooms. We've got a unicorn or a dragon. Super fun. Love it. And I want to give a shout out to my queendom. But we have a unicorn, a dragon, and mushrooms. So fun. I love it. Doesn't it just make you feel like otherworldly just looking at it? So as you muse about that, be sure to comment what you are divinely orchestrated to get your message from today. But on the elemental highway, our day is growing. We have a Yangwood tiger of a day. This is my kind of a day, actually. Yangwood is a wise old tree in the season or the month of the horse, just so you know. It's moving out of its own personal stage of spring and heading into summer. But water, the mists of water, the rain, that's what's needed to replenish the roots, the rooting system of our day, the support. So metal's also an asset to give fire, because we got that heat of fire, something to forge, keeping it busy. This is also, we have no metal. Decisions, leadership, managers, decision making, that would probably be the greatest asset for today. We do have earth, yang earth, big mountainous earth. Remember, we go to the mountain to tell the mountain our secrets. And yin earth is the soil, so that is herbs, herbs for healing. That's what yin earth represents. But just remember too that yang wood mimics sturdy trees, deep roots that allow them to stand firmly in place, just like trees. We've got a forest going on today. So this energy really can withstand almost anything, which is the reason why a forest sometimes can be very bullheaded, persistent, and also getting what they want. Just like the way trees don't fear growing in any direction, outward or inward. So this energy can talk, like be very direct, because they're not, they're not really sugarcoating with their words. They're sometimes viewed to be blunt, often too blunt, and sometimes thoughtless. What do I call that? Soliciting unsolicited advice, even if it's not meant to insult anybody. But there's this energy of focusing on the big picture, visualizing the grand scheme of things, how they are, just pinpointing major factors and details and different issues. But it's also because of this mentality, this thought processor, that this energy tends to go directly to their goal, the end goal, the outcome, without thinking over those little minute details, the smaller baby ones. Just sometimes decisions become frivolous. That's why metal's the needed frequency. So this energy tends to grow long and strong, really roots. What that looks like, it's like places where you live or work. So there's this hesitation to uproot your system and move, being rooted, if that makes sense. So that's like changing jobs, different places to live can be extremely stressful for this kind of energy typically, and just avoiding it no matter what. But change is always what's needed, right? So being our day is actually weak. It's more prosperous and if it's born in the season of the spring. Trees do need regular trimming. That's why yang metal or the yin fire, which we do have, are the most needed elements for our day, especially yang wood. It's strong, our day supported, and we have like a mini forest, if you will, with the big lake, the yang water up there, the bounty of the sun, big fire, and a candle. And yet it's also weak because it's in the season or the month of the horse. So the energy is kind of sensitive, if you will, especially when it comes to the elemental support system, needing all conditions actually to function properly. So our tree needs sun. We've got that, yang fire, the being, but it gets that for the warmth, and it needs water to provide nutrition, strong water. We've got that. So also the earth, we need a lot of earth to provide stability, the groundedness, and also big metal, yang metal, to perform that regular trimming of the trees, or actually yin metal, refined metal, right? And the earth, we do have it, it's hidden, and in storage, it's also an asset, but it needs to be wet earth. And at the hour of the goat, we're going to have a complete fire direction. So fire is really the south, the rise of the phoenix, and just seeing things based on beliefs, our experiences. So wet earth and metal are really the most needed to balance our day. Wood is our ideas. Fire takes the ideas, it puts them into action. So we have a lot of ideas with all that nature, big trees, the forest. Just water, we need water. That's the support system being nurtured. The ideas have those resources. They're just flowing in. They're coming from the year. And earth is a wealth factor, if you will. Metal's the ability to be a leader, managing a business. I'm going with metal today myself. Air, the qualities of air, ideas as well. But the super talent is actually poetry, being attuned to our inner feelings, which is also online. Very sensitive nature, expressing the feels through poetry. If there's any poets out there, poetry is awesome. But the origin of the poet is actually the philosopher, if you will, like the Philosopher's Stone. Kid Rock actually has this talent. And just see how he writes songs, kind of like poetry. He's really into humanitarian causes and charities. Kevin Costner, Mick Jagger, just to name a few. And if this was a person, I would probably more than likely suggest they hire a manager to run them. somebody actually with a yang metal or a yin metal, probably yin metal. A yin metal day master would actually complement this person as well. So just some insight there. This is feeling pretty good, I must say. But yeah, a manager. I need one. Just kidding. Not really. But options. We've got a dragon, a unicorn, and those fairy mushrooms. Can you see the fairies in that image? So again, mushrooms. Who's choosing mushrooms? That's actually my first one. Comment your elemental. Ah, look at that. Super exciting. The night of emotions, which is actually, it's the energy of our day, emotions, right? It's like, woo, right in our face. So this is like something's brewing within our beingness, stirring the cosmic waters. Maybe a romantic heart, dating, new love, even flirting. Happily flirting, or wearing our heart on our sleeve and loving the idea of just being in love. It's kind of a Venus energy, some Venus, Leo and Venus actually. The thrill of the chase, going for it, the buzz of the fresh and the new, that fluttery butterfly feeling, the buzz, prompting us to see the honesty of the puddles, possibly clear puddles instead of muddy ones. So you can see this is a horse, right? He's stomping and he's playing in the waters and he's jumping, the water of his heart, right? So he's happy, he's joyous. He's got a fresh new connection. So this is kind of the idea of romance, bringing into mind. It's a pairing of two and taking the energy levels up really high, higher into the ethers. And there's nothing to do but just be in the field of joy, playing in the fresh rainwater, playing literally, right? Sometimes you may find him kicking like this in the heat of passion, and sometimes getting overtaken, usually by a jealous streak, a streak of jealousy. But today, this night of emotion, it's full of joy. You can see the shell, the nautilus shell there, rising in the sky. It's lighting up the afternoon. This makes me want to go sit by the ocean in a way. We're on a horse on the sands, the beach of the ocean, just nudging all things to grow, shifting, changing, transforming, and just creation, the will of creation. It reminds everyone beneath, like bright love, nature's only option is to grow or to decay. But by choosing to grow, right, to put that energy into partnerships, into passion, we can begin to consciously expand that energy. So maybe ask yourself, what connections are you nurturing today? We are in the waters, right? The feelings, nurturing those feelings. So as the excitement, the element of fire, Leo moon kicks in, we can be like a prince or a princess, a show, a display of affection even, as emotion kind of dews down and just charming, it's rinsing, and go display our innate intentions, right? So yeah, it just feels cosmically yummy there. Okay, who chose the dragon? You get the lovers. Can't make this stuff up, right? The lovers. The number 6. So that's our ability to open up and receive the juice, the love in our container. However, it's otherworldly, so which we're going to get to. So when you think of the lovers, what do you think of? What does it feel like, lovers? It's kind of what it implies already. It's like soulmates, attraction, partnerships, having sacred friendships. Just, when you meet somebody and you're like, you already know each other, soulmates. Love, a nudge to ask what you would create if love were the main ingredient in the cosmic soup. So these are the textures of entanglements, actually. All you can smell is the sweet scent of the flower as the curious landscape of life is shifting. It's drawing us closer and closer still, as if the aroma, right? It's filling the sand of this place, this dewy place, feeling drawn in or completely invisible to a string of threads, emotional threads. And below, because it's otherworldly, there's a lotus in the sky opposing. This probably is thunder coming down into this dimension, but giant wings, the petals, it feels of love. It brings sunshine in. It could be the other world, an angel, Cupid, feeling no fear at all until the moment that you may see the fear. Fear is a funny thing. But the other people in the opposing, approaching from the opposite shore there, you can see there's 2 people. They actually look the same. However, they're skipping a beat. And when your heart skips a beat, right, we have that jump. We feel excited. We're attracted to the graceful, the other world, the creature. It's kind of otherworldly, but it's clear that this awareness, it's a mutual fascination. It's a mutual, oh, there's a receptor there when two planets, a mutual, yeah, we're in that mutual thing with the moon being in Leo and the sun being in Cancer. So it's kind of like that mutual reception, I guess. So the old panic begins to creep in, memories kind of in our guts, unhealthy experiences. We're kind of rustling our feathers and reaching down and inching them closer and together. So there's like little spirit. If you want to love, you must make a choice to love, be authentic. And you must say yes to your heart, opening your heart before the flower opens, just feeling that goodness. And of course, it feels scary. These memories, sometimes they're laced with the moonlight. They've got sweet, sweet, otherworldly climbing into our skin, union choices, a sense of worlds, otherworldly, becoming one, bodies, being breathless, sometimes the voice, right? I would say love yourself. Really, how often do we stand in the mirror naked and express our love for our own selves, how magical we are? Literally, try it sometime. It might be a little bit harder than you may think. So yeah, feeling the love. This is, sometimes we need boundaries around our heart space and what we love. And sometimes the walls are so high, love can't get in. That's true. Okay, our final message is streaming in from the unicorn, the myth of the unicorn. This is Misty, but this is the page of materials. Material is the material world, the materials of the material world. Reminds me of Madonna, material girl, right? I'm just a material girl. But with the page of materials, manifesting, discovering how to create abundance, whatever that looks like. Abundance comes in a variety of forms. We traditionally think of it just about money, but you could be abundant in your garden, growing a garden that's everlasting and growing, practicing, planning, learning new things, new energy, new beginnings, new skills, even craftsmen. Maybe you're going back to school, a student working on a new future. So it's also the natural laws of creation. It really goes with the elementals of the day. These are like these encoded plans, if you will. Maybe you're working on new skills, manifesting a future into being cosmically, allowing yourself to stand back and witness your own progress. See how far you've come mid-manifest streaming. So the page of materials has thought about what she wants, felt it, dreamt it up, and possibly even is mapping it out. And now she's ready to bring all of that energy into form, energy to matter, giving it shape, tangible shape. So she's delighted. She's excited to share the good news with you, the otherworldly. This is earth magic here for all of us to tap into. These are new opportunities, beginnings, that things are sprouting into our life. And, it has so much galactic super juice potential to become something beautiful, like the roses, that are kind of they're marking their space, time and space, for success. It's time to be triumphant, blow the horn, blow your own horn, toot your own horn, whatever that looks like, and really tap into the youthful, prosperous energy that's available to each and every one of us, like right now in this moment, like right now. So I would be like playing, learning, studying, exploring, and practicing, of course. Just keep working your way up leaf by leaf so you can get to the flower and embody and ground this magical creator, otherworldly star energy, just diligently growing into your ideal state of love, whatever that is in your essence, your personal soul story. And just know that we do manifest to life, brings things to life. That's pretty normal. And we all shape our world with the earth, all the materials we need to take form, reality, energy to matter, reality to birth, new spirit to reality. So all the messages, even though the lovers was otherworldly, it's like pour more love into our heart, connecting to the streams of divine love, creator love, whatever that looks like, and cleansing our chalice with our feelings and with the sacral online, our governor, if you will, as well, exploring in meditation how that can lead with optimistic feelings, committing to feeling good, feeling loved from the inside to the outside. We all have choices, right? So the moon is in Leo. Love the being that you are. stroke those inner self-love fires, just stoking them, right? Use a stick, a wand, whatever that is. And be that the forest of spreading the sacred love garden, pruning the feelings, if you will, on the elemental highway that really are creating lower value, lower self-esteem. It's our confidence and just pruning those things away, literally. So fresh new birthing streams and feelings are coming in, the higher octave ones. So it's time to transition into feeling amazing. Like, what's wrong with feeling great? So as the feelings begin to unfold at the threshold, just manifesting and coming to fruition, I mean, I am truly feeling great, grateful too, but just upgrading my value system, my personal values in my garden, my own tree of life, my garden of Eden, if you will, and just changing, shifting, transforming through the feelings. The feelings inside leads to greater worth, inner worth, self-worth, self-confidence, initiating a plan to establish, taking action in the plan comes later, of self-worth. So possibly detaching from social influencers that my heart truly isn't connected to, and replacing them with people, places, things, events, even a society that I do belong with, that I resonate with. But the question is, where do I belong in the world? And being patient, being kind, as all of this is recalibrating. It does take time and space, cleansing their arena of life, the assets and our attributes, our characters inside of us. I mean, I've come to realize optimism is my foundation, my peace, my joy, my happiness, my integrity, being aligned with that within myself. That really is my emotional foundation. So, of course, there's illusionary pills, drugs, alcohol, or spirits, whatever you want to call it. However, being a field of optimism grows a life evolving forest that literally nurtures itself from the inside to the outside. And we all have the ability to choose feeling great for ourselves and manifest it in the physical world. So it's like, isn't it time that you committed to your feelings, the feelings of feeling good, like, and better and otherworldly? So with our sacral and our third eye online, so how do you visualize yourself feeling in the future along with our heart, beaconing it out? So do you see colors? Do you see sigils? Are you getting signs? Are you in the momentum? Are you getting an aha moment, having a dream? Nature scenes, whatever that is. And are you open to receiving, the lovers, a future that feels super juicy? Can you visualize it, a magical essence that your soul already knows is inside of you, that you put it in lockdown, just committing to a more solid emotional foundation? Have you been spiritually detouring, like going around, damming yourself up? So when we feel and face our fears, it literally makes things solid. And facing our fears, sitting down with them, they don't exist really, it's an illusion. But in doing so, we become empowered. Our emotional foundation, the rivers of our emotions, they rise to feeling juicier than ever. Explore them, facing the fears, the lovers, being otherworldly, the light, the love, the entanglements of our feelings. Sometimes we really can't sidestep a feeling. We can, however, there's no way around them. They still bubble up. The carpet will get ripped out from underneath us when we're not stable in our emotional foundation. So I would say commit to a new integrated, initiated, even go through your own feeling initiation, creating a solid, evolving, encompassing, just badass essence that is inside of you, creating that emotional foundation, the hearth, the home, the family, whatever that looks like. And often, no matter how difficult the situation may be or could be, just know that you are doing great. Your emotional life, right? Like it's elevating like never before. So the gifting of our emotions, it's like, what's the gift in your emotional field? What's being offered to you today? If you can visualize that, the choice of the offering, the gift is ours. Choose freely. Choose wizardly, choose wickedly, marry yourself with loving feelings. I engaged myself, got married to myself years ago, like 35 years ago. So we really do get to decide how we feel inside, and forces of adversity, they're going to come, they're going to go. It's the tides of times, the waves, the cycles of a new rhythm within our year. But I would affirm that I choose to feel different, juicy, better, and I get to decide how I feel. not some outside forces of adversity. I mean, I commit to a higher feeling, integrating that, the optimistic venue, right? Just leading with feelings, leading with heart. And really, what's so bad about feeling good? I mean, I find it's curious, but it's also interesting that it's this awkward feeling for those around us when we feel really super juicy and great. It sometimes can often trigger those around us. So it's like affirming that we are committing to a new sensation inside of us. Others are going to follow or they're going to dissipate. It's kind of is what it is. And I found that myself with people around me. Just feeling good. What's so bad about feeling good? I just don't get it. I remember when I was younger. Here, I'm putting this back up here for a second. Oops, sorry about that. Wrong button. Oh, wrong button again. I'm doing great. I remember when I was younger, like watching people do extracurricular activities, I'll say, but I didn't participate because I was high on life. And it actually disrupted them for people to look at you and see that you're high on life naturally, organically. It kind of disrupts their frequency. And hopefully they realize that they can do better too. So with all of that, InShalla and Ashe, blessings as always. And tomorrow we've got something new, Voices or Secrets of the Otherworld. Ends at midnight. So harness that spiritual energy that resides within you if you feel the call. And I'll see you on the other side. We can play in my musing venue. Ashe. And as always, blessings to you.